Hello, my name is Bhavin Shah, and in this demo, we'll talk about how you can leverage Portworx PX Backup to protect your stateful applications running on VMware Tanzu. For this setup, we have a TKGS cluster running on-prem with a pure FlashBlade configured as our on-prem backup repository. We have configured a bucket, object store bucket, on the FlashBlade system that is used for local backup and restore operations for our VMware Tanzu clusters. And we have looked at this scenario in a previous demo. What the second scenario that we want to cover in this demo is how you can use public cloud endpoints like Google Cloud Object Storage Bucket and a GKE cluster to perform restores from the backups that are generated from my on-prem TKGS clusters. So we have a stateful application that's running on my on-prem VMware TKGS cluster. I use PX Backup to create a backup job and backup snapshots, store it in the Google Cloud Object Storage Bucket, and when and if needed, I use PX Backup to restore the same application onto a different GKE cluster or a cluster that's running in the public cloud. So this helps show the breadth of coverage that you can get from PX Backup when you use it with VMware Tanzu. You can perform local backup and restores, or you can back it up locally and then restore it to a public cloud cluster. Now let's look at Octant and look at our TKGS cluster. We have a 3 control plane node and 3 worker node cluster running our stateful applications. If you look at the worker node in detail, you will see it is 4V CPU, 32 gigs of memory with a pod limit of 110 pods per node. Again, this is a standard best effort large template that we are using for VMware TKGS. And as part of the configuration, we have also configured a bunch of storage classes for Portworx, which can be leveraged by your stateful applications. Now let's navigate to the namespace overview and navigate to our demo namespace. Here you will see the deployments and pods and persistent volumes that are created for our stateful application. This is a simple demo app where on each click it basically creates a new Kubernetes logo and then stores the location information in a Postgres database, which acts as the persistent layer. So let's look at the persistent volume. So the persistent volume is called Postgres data, and it leverages our px-postgres-sc storage class to dynamically provision my persistent volume on my VMware TKGS cluster. Now let's navigate to PX Backup and look at how we can protect this application. So before we actually create a backup job, let's look at a few different things. So let's look at the cloud accounts. This is where you can attach your on-prem or your different public cloud accounts and map your different backup locations as well. So here we have added an on-prem FlashBlade endpoint, which is S3 compatible, and we have a Google Cloud account added and a GCP object storage bucket added as well. In addition to cloud settings, you can also configure pre and post backup rules, and this is really important to maintain application consistency when dealing with distributed stateful applications that are running on Kubernetes. Here we have a couple of sample pre and post backup rules created for Elasticsearch and Cassandra that can be leveraged when we are creating our backup job. Next, let's navigate to schedule policies. Again, this section is completely customizable by the user. As the administrator, you can define your own backup schedule policies and map them to a periodic, hourly, daily, weekly, or a monthly schedule. So let's create one with a periodic schedule of every 2 hours. So you can specify the number of snapshots you want to retain and how many of those should be incremental. We created a demo schedule policy for every 2 hours, which retains 6 copies. Now let's go to our PX demo cluster. This is our TKGS cluster that's running on-prem, and we have the Tanzu Restore cluster, which is actually a GKE cluster running in Google Cloud US East 1 region. If you look at the on-prem cluster, you see that I already have a few backup jobs in place, and you can use the backup activity timeline to monitor whether my backup jobs are succeeding or not. So this is like that one dashboard where you can come back and look back up to 30 days on how your backups are performing. And you can also monitor all your restores and all your backup schedules from this one single UI as well for this TKGS cluster. So all that is great. Now let's go ahead and create a new backup job. If you navigate to the applications tab, you will see a list of all the different namespaces that exist on the cluster. We'll select the demo namespace and we can create a backup job. This backup job will include all the resources that exist inside the namespace. PX Backup also allows you to customize this. Like if you don't want to include all the objects, you can just select persistent volumes, or you can just select deployment objects for a specific backup operation. In this case, we'll give our backup job a name. We'll select the backup location as the GCP bucket, and we don't want to use any schedules. We want this on demand for the purposes of the demo. So we'll just select now, and then we'll hit create. So when we hit create, a backup job is initialized. It basically takes an application consistent snapshot of my entire application and stores all of that information into my Google Cloud Object Storage bucket that's running in a public cloud. It takes a few minutes, but again, we have sped things up to move forward to the restore scenario as well. As you can see, once the backup is successful, you will see that it backed up a config map, a deployment, persistent volume claims, and a couple of services. So my entire application is encapsulated in this single backup job. Now let's move on to the second part. Like backup is only as useful as the restore. So let's try and perform a restore operation. Here we can select any backup job. So you can select any backup snapshot. If you don't want to restore from the last one, you can go back to the previous day or the previous week and restore from that snapshot as well. We'll give the restore a name and then select where we want to restore it. We can either restore it to the same TKGS cluster, or we can restore it to a different cluster, which we call Tanzu Restore, which is a GKE cluster running in US East 1. You can select to restore in the same namespace, so it will automatically create that namespace, or you can create a new namespace as well. You can select to restore all the objects that are included in the backup snapshot, or you can select one of the others. I just need to restore my persistent volumes. I'll deploy my deployment objects separately. You can do that using PX Backup as well. Once you hit restore, it basically starts creating those resources on your GKE cluster. And this should be quick because our data is already in GCP. So it is just creating the namespace, the deployment objects, the persistent volumes, and bringing my application online in my GKE cluster. So at this point, we didn't really delete our application on the on-prem side, or didn't delete the TKGS cluster itself. We're just performing a restore to a GKE cluster. You can use this user interface to monitor how the restore operation is going. And you can look at all the different objects that are being restored. Once you see the green sign there, that means your restore is successful. And at this point, we can move on to a CLI that's connected to our GKE cluster and look at whether our application came online or not. So once we confirm that everything has been restored, we can then switch over to a CLI session. So let me bring that in to the screen that I'm recording. Here we'll do a couple of simple commands to make sure we are connected to the right cluster. So kubectl get nodes gives me GKE nodes that are part of my GKE cluster. If I do a get pods in the demo namespace, if I do a get PVC in the demo namespace, you will see all of those objects have been restored. And if I do a get all in the demo namespace, you'll see the deployment object, the service objects. Since our service type on-prem was defined as load balancer because we were using NSXT, it uses service type load balancer in GKE as well. If we navigate to that IP, you will see that our Kubernetes logo looked the same as it did on-prem. So let's actually put them side by side. Since our on-prem application is still around, let's put the on-prem application on the left, and then let's bring up the restored application on the right, and you will see that all of our data is being restored successfully in our GKE cluster. So this is how you can perform local backup and remote restores using PX Backup for VMware Tanzu Kubernetes cluster. Again, you can do this you can connect multiple TKGS clusters and multiple GCP, GKE or EKS or AKS clusters to this one single PX Backup UI and manage your stateful applications or protect your stateful applications. That's it for this demo. Thanks for watching.